Is this inspired, or at least I read it was inspired by Cosmopolitan magazine?
Yes, so it was the idea sparked from a dinner with Joanna Coles. Our executive producer had dinner with Holly Whitten and Joanna Coles, who at the time was the editor-in-chief at Cosmo, and now she's chief content officer, something really important at Hearst. And, you know, David Bernard was just listening to her story, and he was like, I want to make a show about you. And so it has gone through a million different scripts, but I think they really just wanted to have that kind of Sex in the City for this generation kind of vibe with, you know, women uplifting each other rather than tearing one another down. I think that's really important in the environment that we're in right now for young women to be able to see that on TV. But it's cool because it is, watching our show is like reading an issue of Cosmo.
You brought up Sex in the City, which
Yeah.
is a perfect segue to my next question, because Vanity Fair compares this show to Sex in the City, and they make the following comparison. Jane's the Miranda, Sutton's the
Ooh.
Carrie, and Kat is total Samantha. Would you agree with that assessment?
I wouldn't. I would say that Sutton, it's weird because we have like different parts of all of them. Jane is kind of type A, so I would say she's kind of like a Charlotte meets a Carrie with the writing aspect. I would say Sutton has a little bit more of the Samantha. She's a little more in tune with her sexuality. But I'd say that Kat has the confidence of Samantha. So I think we have like little bits and pieces of each of those characters. But it's cool now they're doing like BuzzFeed quizzes of like, which bold type character are you? And I was like, wow.
You must be flattered, though, with the comparisons to Sex in the City.
Absolutely. Sex in the City is like one of my all-time favorite shows. And it's like a dream to be able to, A, do a show that's compared to it, B, do a show that's all about fashion and kind of has that same, I mean, you watched Sex in the City and you were just obsessed with all the fashion and the storylines and New York in the show. And so it's fun to now be doing that however many years later.